Hi everybody, welcome to Friendship Shaving for a tag video today. This is the With the Grain challenge, and it was kindly suggested by one of my subscribers, Adrian Lee, who says he's rarely seen anybody get a smooth shave shaving with the grain. So the challenge is simple. Any razor and any blade shaving with the grain, and three questions we might ask are: is it an acceptable shave, is it a smooth shave, and how does it compare with your normal shave with that razor? Adrian would love some fellow YouTubers to take this up, so I will be tagging a few good people at the end of this video. I'm going to tell you about the soap first of all. Today I'm going to be shaving with a Fougere, the Martin de Candre Fougere. I'll tell you a little bit about this soap that I found out from their website. I've got my special brush today. Now this is made from oak. I said it was a softwood when I first showed you it in the Gifts of Friendship. It has a halfpenny in there, and it is my birth date coin, 1963. It's got the ship, reminds me of the channel name, Friendship Shaving, and I've got some soap already put on this synthetic knot, which isn't glued in. I've just pressed it in. Just to see how it worked. It was quite a tight fit, so I popped it in. We'll see how that works. There is a chance, I suppose, that it may fall out during the shave. We shall have to see. So I've wet my face, and the razor that I have chosen for my With the Grain challenge is a timeless aluminium razor. Here it is, and this was recommended by Lee Hazley, another subscriber, a little while ago. Says that it does away with the large blade gap. It has a small blade gap but remains highly, in capital letters, effective. There is a small blade gap on this razor. It's 0.45 millimeters, but it is a razor where the blade has a positive exposure. So we'll talk about that as we get going. Let's get a little bit of this soap on first. A lovely scented soap that comes, it's got to be said, it comes in a daft sized jar, but took some out with a spoon, popped it in my bowl, lathered it up, no problem. A little bit disconcerting as I put the spoon in and pulled it out. In the soap was a ginger hair, much longer than my hair. It definitely wasn't one of mine. So that was a bit disconcerting, to be honest. But found a little bit of information about this soap on the Martin de Candre website. They were telling us their process for making the soap, and they heat the oils to 50 degrees centigrade. And then into that, they mix their potash solution, so potash dissolved in water. And the chemical reaction of the potash with the oils is quite violent, but also if you add to that the mixture of adding water to oil is also very violent. that raises the temperature up to 90 degrees centigrade, where it stays, and gradually the liquid becomes a little thicker as the water evaporates in the form of steam, and that mixture becomes a thick, sticky mash, and then it starts to condense a little bit and it becomes a fluffy soap. And at this point it says they do a taste test where they test the soap with their fingers and put it on the end of their tongue, and if it burns the tongue they need to cook the soap a little bit longer. Well, all I can say is I'm glad I don't have that job at Martin de Candre. I don't imagine that's much fun. So here we go. I've got the timeless aluminium razor, and the razor blade I have chosen for this, well, let's face it, there are many I could have picked. A feather and a sets are two very sharp blades, but I've picked a German-made Wilkinson sword blade. I've got one out somewhere. Doesn't matter, get another one out. Now, I've always thought these are quite good blades for me, quite effective. So that is the reason why I've chosen this blade. Suppose you could have a lot of fun with this. Testing, you know, not only with the grain, but different blades in the razor to see what effect they might have. So the blade exposure, as I've mentioned before, is slightly positive. It is 0.002 of an inch, and in millimeters that is 0.05 millimeters. So the blade sticks out from that angle there by 0.05 of a millimeter. So it is a very small positive blade exposure, but it is there nonetheless. I find with this razor that it's very comfortable, but if I shave against the grain, and I had a shave earlier in the week just to test it, it tends to leave me if I'm not very careful, a little bit sore on my neck overnight. So for me, this razor definitely works better going with the grain. So it was an ideal razor to pick up for this challenge, I thought. It's a very nice razor to hold. It's got it written down here, 78 grams. I just wanted to check that before I said it. It has a wide handle and it fits really nicely in my hand. It's not so light that it's noticeable. You know, 78 grams is quite a nice weight for me. And this indent is large enough and just at the right position for my fingers, and if I am shaving against the grain, fits my thumb perfectly. Really, really well designed razor, nice knurling, It's got the fluted head there. Is that the right word? Perhaps not. But a very nice razor. Of course, the aluminium razor from Timeless. Is a less expensive option than some of their other razors. And it is, as Lee says, very effective. I find that, I think it's as I'm getting older, guys, I'm becoming particularly sensitive to razor blades with a positive blade exposure. But so far this feels very nice going with the grain. I'm having a nice shave. The only caveat I would say to this with the grain challenge is just in around the nose and perhaps corners of your mouth there. I'm quite fortunate. My growth going with the grain is mostly north to south. It does come out slightly this way here. But for the most part, I have an easy time shaving with the grain. Some of you guys, I know your hair grows upwards in this part of your neck. I don't have that, it grows straight down there. Does come out very slightly here. So yeah, that's a good start, I feel, with that blade. Obviously there's still some hair there to take off. And I think, guys, I'm gonna try this with all of my razors. And if you do take up this challenge, it's not just for fellow YouTubers. Try it at home, see how you get on with your razors. Now, some of you might have really thick, dense, hard growth. You know, and maybe this won't suit you at all, but I've mentioned lately that there are some guys just cannot shave against the grain. And a couple have been in touch just in the last week or so, as I've been talking more and more about this. What I'd like to do for all the YouTubers that take part in this is to collect those videos together in you know, in a playlist, a with the grain playlist, to see all the different reactions to it. I think it might be very useful for people coming into traditional shaving for the first time, especially coming from cartridge shaving. Now here we go, second pass. I'm trying to think what blade I used with this in the week, because as I said, I did have did have a very nice shave, but it just left me a little bit sore. It wasn't this razor blade. Gotta say guys, going with the grain, this is a super nice shave. It feels very comfortable. And maybe you'll find if you do this, you may be able to have a nice shave with the grain, but there may be one or two areas, I'm thinking just there, where you maybe just need to go slightly off that with the grain. It'd be interesting to see how it goes, that bit. I think the biggest difference will be if you chase a BBS shave, a baby butt smooth shave. Now I don't chase that. Sometimes I get one and that's very nice. So I think in that respect, this with the grain challenge will provide me with an acceptable shave, a very acceptable shave. Let's swap hands here, make it even. I must admit I'm dying to go like that and just tidy up that bit there. I'll have to just get it in the mirror. Caught myself there, even though the razor has a small blade gap. Do you know, I haven't used this very much, just purely because I'm not spoiled for choice, or rather, I am spoiled for choice. I beg your pardon, I am spoiled for choice. So I haven't picked this out for a long time. So I was grateful to Lee for mentioning this razor. And I did think, yeah, I'll have to get that out. And then when Adrian mentioned the challenge as well, this was the one. So my face is okay. It's just sort of here that I'm not quite getting it with this razor and this blade. Yeah, I think, guys, I'm definitely going to try this with all of my razors in time. It might be interesting to do a side-by-side shave, you know, with the grain and normal shave, for me going against the grain on my neck. That might be a good idea. And then reporting on not only the differences in the shave, but perhaps any differences that are in feel, you know, whether it leaves me sore or etc, etc. Well, this is a lovely brush that David made me. It works very well with this knot. This is just a knot. I've had it in my drawer for absolutely ages. I don't remember where I got it from or what generation of synthetic it is. But this brush is perfect for my hand. It's a really nice size 24mm brush with 1963 halfpenny. Just a bit with that. Really am. Just going to drain a drop of water, guys. We're getting a little bit full there. Now, I feel that I don't need any more passes on my face. Nevertheless, we're just going to go there we are, stretched as much as I could there. I definitely picked some off down there. That's a better angle. That's a better angle. Now I'm at a point now on my top lip where I can't feel the blade, so there's obviously no hair to take off there. I think that stretching really helped on my neck, guys, stretching as much as I can. Let's have a rinse off. I'm just going to drain the rest of this water. I'd like some clean, so let's do that. And while I'm just doing this, wetting my cloth, and cleaning myself up a bit, let me just tag a few people. So I'd really like our friend in the north to take part, Sig Solo. If you would be interested in doing the With the Grain challenge, that would be fantastic. I like watching Sig's videos. I'm thinking for those fellows down under, perhaps Doug from Down Under and Uncle L from Down Under would be interested in taking this on. So guys, I'm tagging you. And in the USA, we're plenty of fellows out there, but let's tag Henry and Christopher. Henry from HD Shaves and Chris from DE Shaving. I'd like to see you guys take this on. And if you are watching this and you have a YouTube channel yourself and I've not mentioned you, please take it on, guys. I think it's quite interesting. I think the results may surprise some people. And guys, try it at home and let me know how you get on now. Okay, super. My face. Oh, these bits, amazing. Do you know what, guys? I've had a great shave. Now, let's just put a bit of moisturiser on, or aftershave. I'll put some aftershave on. I'll talk a little bit more about the results. We're going to go with the L'Oreal. I'm going to go with Mountain Water. Let's go with Mountain Water today, because it'll match up with the aftershave. Sorry, it'll match up with the eau de parfum that I'm using. So guys, I'm not BBS, but I'm close. All around here is absolutely perfect. A little bit sore actually. Just caught those corner bits with that razor. This bit is the bit that I normally go against the grain. And as I say, I'm not BBS, but there's barely anything there. All my cheeks, absolutely fine. I think perhaps shaving with the grain, I'm not getting BBS. Your hair might grow back a little bit quicker, if that makes sense, or you may notice it a little bit quicker. I don't know, maybe you'll get a 5 o'clock shadow instead of an 8 o'clock shadow or something like that, you know what I mean? Guys, I've had a terrific shave. That really worked well for me. An effective razor, positive aspect to the blade. That was a very nice shave indeed. And for my scent, just to finish off, I'm going to use my Green Irish Tweed. It's ace. I've got a little bit of information about this, provided to me by Nick You. I'd read somewhere that it was Cary Grant's scent, but I couldn't work out the dates, and Nick explained it. Apparently, it was produced exclusively for Cary Grant. Imagine being so famous that a renowned perfume house offered to make you your own personal scent. That's amazing. But apparently it was only after his death that it became available to the public. And actually looking at the dates, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry. That wasn't me trying to make a pun. That was just... Okay, so I've got that. It's really green in the first hit. I mentioned that the other day. It's fantastic, guys. Here we are, Green Irish Tweed. Well, that is my with the grain challenge, and I thank Adrian for suggesting that, and I hope you guys will take it up and make it a thing. But for me, I've really enjoyed my shave with this razor. It definitely suits me going with the grain, and perhaps some of the other razors like the Envoy or the Rex Ambassador that I didn't enjoy so much shaving against the grain, perhaps those are the razors that will really suit me going with the grain. Something to think about. That's it from me. I must apologise just quickly for the lack of Monday's video. I did have a shave with my Gillette Platinum blade couldn't upload the video. There was just a glitch in the matrix. So next time out we will be on the 4th shave with Upload. Anyway, I'll see you then. Take care, and thanks very much for being a part of this experiment today. I've loved it. Cheers now. Bye bye.